Hi Dollar Divas, welcome back to my channel. So I thought this would be kind of a fun video idea, and I think also a fun conversation topic for all of us in this community. So I've compiled a list of 10 things that Dollar Tree no longer sells. Randomly, where did these things go? Why did they stop selling them? Why can't we find them? Can you find them and I can't? Like I said, I thought this would be a fun thing for us to talk about and go over. So like I said, I have 10 items that Dollar Tree seems to no longer carry, and it's been a good long while since some of these have been seen. And definitely as we go along in the video, let me know if any of these products are things you've come to rely on, as well as things that I'm not mentioning that you used to buy there all the time that you can no longer find. Like I said, this is a conversation and you know I love talking to you all. If you're new to my channel, I'm basically a bargain beauty, makeup, and shopping channel. So if that sounds like your thing, you're definitely in the right place. And I do hope you'll stick around and become part of our Dollar Diva family and community here on YouTube. And of course, I will have related content linked down below. That way you can binge watch more videos like this. And so we've got some stuff to cover today. So without any further chit chat, let's just go ahead and get into today's video. So the first item on this list, and we've talked about this quite a bit, because this one had just completely ripped my heart out. And I am talking about the Bath & Beauty Makeup Brush Cleaner. This is an empty bottle that I had. So y'all, so for $1.25, you got this 5-ounce bottle of makeup brush cleaner. It was a rinse-free formula, quick drying, and it was amazing. It was so good. I had several backups, and then it went away. Just couldn't find it no more. And I don't know if this happens to you guys. Whenever I'm in the checkout aisle, or actually randomly in my makeup aisle, they always have the big spray bottle of the eyeglass lens cleaner, and I always get excited and think it's that, because usually it is near all my makeup stuff at my Dollar Trees, and I always have to stop myself that it's not the makeup brush cleaner. Haven't seen it. It's been probably a good year and a half or so. And makeup brush cleaner is kind of tough because I feel like generally speaking, you get kind of a small bottle for whatever price you pay. Like the e.l.f. is $6 and it's tiny, absolutely tiny. Real Techniques, it's $10. It's tiny. But recently now, what I did replace it with, because any problem you should have a good solution for, and I do have a solution for this one. Recently at Five Below, I found this beauty for $5. It's just a quick drying makeup brush cleaner, and it comes in this huge container. So I feel like all is now well, but for a long time I was not okay. But yeah, let me know if you have seen it. I know a lot of us have talked about it, and I think it's gone. I don't think Dollar Tree carries it anymore. But definitely let me know if you have seen it in the last year or so. And then one of my staple items that I used to buy at the Dollar Tree all the time has also no longer been available for the last year and a half or so. And I'm talking about just a little veggie brush. I used to this was a staple item, something that I would always get at Dollar Tree. Once a year, I would replace my veggie brush and I would just buy it at Dollar Tree. And I have not found one in, like I said, probably about a year and a half, probably about as long as the brush cleaner. So now I'm looking at having to just get it somewhere else, the grocery store or whatever. I mean, it's not a huge deal, but it was one of those things that I just oh, it's time. And just with my rubber gloves and my long lighters and cotton pads and, Yardley wipes, I would pick up my yearly veggie brush. And this has been every Dollar Tree I've ever gone into. I always look and can never ever find one. As well as the large mirrors. So we talked about this recently. I can't remember when we talked about it. I think it was in a recent Dollar Tree product review video where I reviewed this mirror, which they're really cute. They got different, designs and stuff, but they're little. See, it's tiny. It's the size of my hand. Dollar Tree used to carry these big mirrors, and I still have one. It's in my bathroom. And it was the perfect size. I've got a giant one that I got at Five Below. It's almost too big. It's that big. But it was just the perfect size mirror, and at the time they were $1. Of course, now they would be $1.25. But yeah, these are cute, but those were just the perfect mirror because they were perfect for if you wanted to see the back of your hair, when you do that thing where you look in a mirror. And this one here is just a little too small, but that was just the perfect size. And I have not seen one of those mirrors. And I used to always buy them. I would have one here by my vanity. I'd have one at work. Always have a couple of them. And of course, over time, I'd break them. But yeah, I just cannot find them anymore at Dollar Tree. And that's been a good long while now. I would say maybe 3 years or so. It's been a while. But yeah, definitely let me know if you've seen those. But yeah, so again, just another thing that used to be a staple item for me and I can no longer find. So then this one here is not something that I personally buy at the Dollar Tree, but I have seen this both on social media and in some articles. So apparently a lot of people are really missing the single Bounty paper towel rolls that people just use for $1.25 would buy a single roll of Bounty paper towels and they can no longer find them. So if you're one of those people, I did a little bit of reading and found out that apparently it wasn't a Dollar Tree decision. It's not that Dollar Tree isn't carrying them anymore, but it was a decision that Bounty made. I don't know that they're not manufacturing a roll of paper towels for that price point anymore, or that they just don't want to sell their item at Dollar Tree. I don't know which it is, but apparently it is not a Dollar Tree decision. It is a Bounty decision. So if you're one of those people that used to buy the rolls of Bounty paper towels at Dollar Tree, that is apparently why you can no longer find them. So one time at Dollar Tree, you know, of course, Dollar Tree has generally a really extensive hair selection. Like they've got like hair accessories, all that kind of thing. And I've bought several things over the years, especially like hair ties and all that kind of thing. And they do pretty good at having hair ties and things for different hair textures and lengths and thicknesses. You know, they got them where if you got really thick long hair, they've got you covered. If you got like, you know, they get your regular ones, all that kind of thing. They've even got those little coily ones. But one time I found, it was either Goody or that Scrunchy brand, I found these little hair ties, little hair elastics for fine hair, and they were perfect. When I ran out of them, I, of course, tried Dollar Tree and could never find them again. So I looked at like my CVS and Walmart, and I found some that I thought were like that. But when I got them home, I still had like 1 or 2 left of the ones that I had found at Dollar Tree, and they were a lot smaller. And so the ones I found at Dollar Tree they were big enough, but they were also small enough for like fine hair. And I've never had better hair elastics for my hair texture and type. Like I said, I found them one time, never found them again. And the ones they sell at like the drugstore and whatnot just weren't as good. They weren't as perfect. So those are something that I found one time and never was able to find again. So I used to see this product like all the time, and then I bought it a couple times, and then now it's gone. Leave it to me. And I think the brand was like Lusty, or you know the brand I'm talking about. And they had a spray for synthetic hair. It was like a conditioner. And it was really, really good. I would use it on my synthetic hair pieces. You got a decent sized bottle for $1.25. And like I said, I had a couple of them and used them, obviously. And went to go restock, and I've not been able to find it again since. Again, this is probably since last year sometime. Now, recently, I just hauled some Softy brand synthetic hair products. I've got like a dry shampoo spray, I've got a shampoo, and then I've got like a shine spray conditioner type thing. This is just something I had always seen and can no longer find it, and it was something that I really used and really enjoyed. I've since also bought one on Amazon that I really like, but you know, like I said, I enjoyed going to Dollar Tree and picking up and stocking up on some of these staple items of mine. And then again, this is another one that I don't personally partake in, but I know this is something that I've seen a lot of people complain about and talk about. There's some frozen food items that people can no longer find anymore in the freezer section of the Dollar Tree. And I can't tell you exactly what those items are, but there's just some like little prepackaged things that people really have come to like rely on buying for $1.25, and that they can no longer find. And I did read that they are, of course, revamping their frozen food in the refrigerated section as well. You know, kind of taking out some of the $1.25 items and making way for $3 and $5 items as well. So to do that, they of course only have so much space. They have to get rid of some of the $1.25 items. I think I also heard that they're not going to be selling eggs. I think they used to sell like like a half a dozen eggs, which apparently I don't know how true that is, that, you know, I guess at $1.25 they couldn't do it anymore. Maybe they can do it in the, you know, $3, $5 range. I guess the $5 range these days. But apparently, yeah, there's some certain frozen food items that are just not available anymore. Let me know in the comment section if that's one of those sections that has hurt you, what you've come to like rely on in the frozen food section. Like I said, I don't do much grocery shopping at the Dollar Tree, but I know a lot of people have come to rely on the $1.25 price point for certain items. And then this is another thing, y'all, like, I miss these days very, very much. Like I'm talking like 4 years ago. I miss the days of like all the hard candy makeup rolling into Dollar Tree. Just like, now granted, I know some people didn't find a whole lot of it. I never found everything, but I did have my fair share. And y'all, those were the days. Like those, we don't see that anymore. I've hardly seen a hard candy item at Dollar Tree. It's been, it's just not like it was. I mean, this year generally in makeup hasn't been the best at Dollar Tree this year, but man, I miss those hard candy days. That was just what a time. I mean, what a time in Dollar Tree history. Things were still $1 and all this hard candy makeup was rolling in. I mean, those were like, as far as Dollar Tree goes, those were the good old days. Like that could bring a tear to your eye, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I do miss those days very, very, very much. So then another thing I found one time, never again have seen them. And you would think it would kind of be a staple in their little like outside section, like with their grilling stuff and their yard stuff. And I'm talking about small citronella candles. Literally one time I came across a little display of citronella candles. I bought this little candle holder here, which I love. Of course, the citronella candle in it is long gone, but I've since bought like 25 of them on Amazon, like citronella votives that I put in there and refill. But I think I told you back then, I bought that candle for the container because I love the frosted yellow glass. It gives just the prettiest glow when I'm sitting like out front on my porch at night. And I do find the citronella candles work. But I was always afraid like if I broke it, like would I be able to find like this candle holder again? And the answer has been no. I've never again since seen a citronella candle at any of the Dollar Trees I've gone to, especially like the winter and in the beginning of spring when that stuff is rolling out. I haven't seen them. So luckily I still have mine. But yeah, that was just one of those things that I thought, Dollar Tree might be selling these, but again, never to be seen again. Then the last item, and y'all, this one here, I was just coming into doing like my YouTube channel and getting into Dollar Tree makeup when this stuff kind of started falling away. And I'm talking about Color Mates makeup. Remember that brand, Color Mates? Remember they had eyeshadow palettes, they had like foundations, powders, they had all kinds of, they have blush. I still have a blush. And I wish that, I don't know, I just wish I could have gotten in on it a little bit more because that's now whether they were great or not at everything, it was a Dollar Tree brand and Dollar Tree makeup has come so far in so many ways, not in every way, but in so many ways. I guess it makes me sad to think an entire brand of makeup that used to be a staple at the Dollar Tree is now gone. I know their blush was real nice. Like I said, I still have one, and I had a really beautiful color from them called Sun-Kissed. But yeah, like I said, I hate to think that an entire brand of makeup is gone. And like I said, that was such a thing that I do remember seeing, especially the early days of going into Dollar Tree. And I guess I just took for granted that it wouldn't always be there. I guess I just thought it would always be there. But they had like terrible lashes, and you could still like randomly find their lashes certain times of the year, like Valentine's Day. They do have like literally the worst eyelashes. But I still do wish they were a thing, and I wish they made makeup. I wish they were in the game of making products because, like I said, I just hate the idea that there is a makeup brand that is now gone from Dollar Tree. So let me know if there are any items that you used to buy at Dollar Tree that you can no longer find. Like I said, this is a conversation, and I always enjoy hearing from you all. Of course, hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. It helps me and my channel out so much. Definitely check out the description box for more content like this. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.